Welcome back to KP's Kingdom, cooking with KP, and today I'm going to show you how I make my Chicken Chop Suey. Yes, it's another chicken dish, but we can play with different meats later on. We've got two nice big chicken breasts here, and I've had those in the freezer for a good couple of hours, so they're almost frozen. The meat has tightened up, and it's going to help us cut this nice and thin. So I'm just cutting these into around about 8mm thick slices, just like I'm doing there. And yes, I am wearing the gloves today, just more of a precaution, and I got burnt the night before. Again, creating a beautiful video for you people, my lovely viewers. Alright, so I'm just going to put all of that straight into a bowl. And now I'm going to make up a marinade. It's a very basic marinade, but it's a good thing to do because it really puts flavour into our meat. So I've got some Jiaoxing wine, a rice wine, and adding about 2 tablespoons of that, 2 tablespoons of a good soy sauce, about 3 teaspoons of sesame oil straight in, a good 2 teaspoons of finely crushed garlic or garlic paste if you wish, and the same again of some ginger paste straight in on top. A good dash of ground white pepper that goes in. We give it a stir, and I'm going to put that in the refrigerator for about another 30 to 40 minutes. Alright, I've got my pan going, a little bit of grapeseed oil or even canola oil will do, and I'm putting in 1 onion which I have sliced up in the quarter slice fashion. If you don't know what a quarter slice is, go back to some of my older videos. A good dash of Jiaoxing wine once again, and that's going to give this a beautiful flavour and help cook things down a little bit quicker. Once we have this beautiful golden colour and this nice firmness still, but the onion is, nice and firm but cooked, we're going to take that out, put that aside, and I'm going to add in about a cup of julienned carrots which I've quickly blanched, and we're just going to get these nice and toasty. A little dash of white pepper straight over the top, just like that, and I'm also going to probably add in a good teaspoon and a half of soy sauce on top, and that carrot will soak in all those flavors. Once we've got a nice caramelization happening to those carrots, we're just going to remove those and put those aside as well. And the next thing we're going to do, a little bit of sesame oil into our pan. We're going to adjust our heat, and I'm going to add in 2 large mushrooms which I've thinly sliced. We just want to cook these off very, very briefly. Keep stirring them around, and once they are cooked, we're going to set those aside into our bowl as well. Okay, why am I cooking everything off separately? Well, it just makes the whole dish a little bit easier at the end. We don't have as much of a stewing type problem. So our chicken we're putting into our hot pan. That is a medium heat. It's around about, or medium high heat should I say, and we're just going to cook these off for a couple of minutes, give them a flip. Once we've got that nice golden color on the bottom, it's time to flip, and we are done. And this won't take very long at all. So work it in batches. Don't put everything into the pan at once, because that will just kill the heat. We want the heat in that pan. We want that sear. We want that color. We want that little bit of a char. You could also do this on the barbecue if you wish, because it would work very, very well. Alright, so once we've done all of that, everything's cooked, we're going to put a little bit more oil, a little bit more sesame oil. Seems like a lot of oil going into this dish. It's not really, it's only about half a tablespoon at a time. So I've put in a good 2 handfuls of snow peas that I've top-tailed, stringed, and cut into manageable sized pieces. I've also added in our onion. In goes our carrot, and the end of this dish doesn't take very long to cook at all. It's all the prep work that takes the time, but it pays off. Add your chicken and any of those juices that are in that bowl, add all of that straight in, stir it around, So we start getting things nicely mixed. In goes our mushroom, just like that, and we keep stirring this around. We're getting very, very close to the finish now. There's a couple of little things we need to do. Alright, so here I've got some oyster sauce, and I'm going to add around about 2.5 to 3 tablespoons of oyster sauce straight on top. There's no real measurement for this, just do it by feel, do it by touch. If you get it close to that, you're doing pretty well. I'm also going to add in a little bit more of garlic paste and ginger paste, about a teaspoon of each, maybe a little bit more depending on how flavoursome you want your chop suey. Keep stirring that through, just like that, and those snow peas will be starting to cook off. See how vibrant and how green they have become? Doesn't take very much at all. Alright, I'm adding in around about 3/4 of a cup of chicken stock. That's 1 cup that I made up, but I'm only using 3/4 of that, and that's going to start making our sauce. Let all that liquid soak into that chicken and all the rest of those vegetables. Let all those sauces start to combine. I've got 2 teaspoons of corn flour and around about 1/4 cup of water. We're just making a little corn flour slurry. That is going to help thicken up our sauce and make this the perfect chop suey. Keep stirring that around. Make sure you get the sauce over all those ingredients. I'm going to check, make sure we've got the right amount of flavour and right amount of seasoning. If you think it needs a little bit more salt, just add a little bit more soy. Don't add salt itself, the soy is a lot softer. In goes our noodles. We're just using a nice soft egg noodle, and what we need to do now, of course, in a pan that is way too small for the dish, we need to mix all of those sauces and all of those ingredients together. So if you're like me and your pan's not big enough, just take your time, stir it through nice and gently. Okay, so there you go. There's KP's Chicken Chop Suey. We're going in for the close-up. If you need to, just add a little bit more soy. If you need a little bit more salt, I'll leave that up to you. If you like this video, hit that like button. It gives me confidence. Should make you feel warm and fuzzy too. And there goes a little bit of soy straight on top. You can serve these into individual bowls if you wish. This will feed 4 people quite comfortably. Hit the notifications bell, you'll be notified every time a new video goes up. Well, so YouTube says. Wait and see. But more importantly, I want you to come and join the family, my family. We have lots of fun on this channel. We create, we cook, we learn, we live. Hit that subscribe button and you'll never miss another one of my videos again. I will catch you next time.